Charlotte-Mecklenburg's police chief is ditching his plans to retire, hoping that the controversy fades right along with it.
Well, it's been 2 months since Channel 9 broke news about Chief Kerr Putney's plan to step down, then return to lead the department through the Republican National Convention. But days later, the state treasurer said that was illegal.
And then after negotiations reached a stalemate, the chief is now changing his plans. He sat down only with Channel 9's Joe Bruno to talk about the decision.
After weeks of speculation, Chief Kerr Putney is making it official. He will not retire at the end of the year as originally planned, and he will stay in his role through the Republican National Convention.
The main incentive is to finish what we've started. I want a consistent leadership in the organization.
Charlotte will have stability in the city's top law enforcement role when the Republican National Convention comes to town. In an exclusive interview, Chief Kerr Putney told me his plans to retire and return have become a distraction.
There's some frustration, there's some disappointment, but I'm a professional. I'm not going to whine, mope about it. I'm going to get up. I'm going to do the work that I've committed to doing anyway. And we're going to follow through and finish and have a successful convention next August.
These past couple of weeks, there has been a bitter back and forth between the city and state over whether the chief's plan to retire and return is legal. Throughout this controversy, Chief Putney says his main concern hasn't been himself, but for the dozens of other officers who have been hired back by the department. He says the state is providing CMPD with policies to make sure no one else has to go through this again.
I'm glad to be able to bring clarity for the people who need it most, our cops who are doing some fantastic work that we couldn't do to make the city safer without them.
Chief Putney believes if there was more nuance in return to work laws, then we would not be having this conversation. He's dedicated nearly 3 decades of his life to law enforcement. Despite not being able to retire when he wants to, he says he has never been more energized.
I have not been more ready for the challenges that we face in 2020, and business is not complete.
Chief Kerr Putney says he appreciates the guidance his department has received from the state to shore up its policies to ensure no confusion exists moving forward.
Now, in the last 2 hours, we received this statement from the state treasurer that reads in part, "We're very appreciative in learning of Chief Putney's continued service to the people of Charlotte and working with us in the city of Charlotte to resolve this matter." Channel 9 reported last week that the city of Charlotte is considering giving Chief Putney a raise or some type of bonus to make up for the money lost due to his delayed retirement. However, it is unclear if the city has committed to this or if any deal has been reached.